Hi everyone, hope you are all doing good. Today we will continue with chapter 11 of MCB, the portrait of a lady, and we had stopped at page 120, and today we'll continue from where we left in the last session. If you remember page 120, the right side it is in the second paragraph. Right side it is in the second paragraph. We'll continue from that on. Here today in this session you will be studying his travel from city to abroad for his higher education. And as he continues with his education abroad, we'll also see the continued life of his grandmother. And as you read about grandmother's daily routine, here you will observe a change in the daily routine of his grandmother. We'll see why that change came. We'll also study and read about his grandmother falling ill. She falls ill. At the end, you will be, or you rather must be able to answer these questions. Do you find any change in grandmother's daily routine? After explanation, you must be able to answer these questions. Do you find any change in grandmother's daily routine? When was the first time that grandmother did not pray? When was the first time that grandmother did not pray? And thirdly, you must be able to answer this question: was grandmother nearing the end of her life? Was grandmother nearing the end of her life? If you think that she was coming to an end to her life, which words tell you that? Which words tell you that she was nearing the end of her life? Let us look into the textbook, page 120, right side of the page, the second paragraph. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. I would be away for 5 years, and at her age, one could never tell. But my grandmother could. She was not even sentimental. She came to see me off at the railway station, but did not talk or show any emotion. Her lips moved in prayer. Her mind was lost in prayer. Her fingers were busy telling the beads of a rosary. Silently, she kissed my forehead, and when I left, I cherished the moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of physical contact between us. But that was not so. After 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. She did not look a day older. She still had no time for words, and while she clasped me in her arms, I could hear her reciting her prayers. Even on the first day of my arrival, her happiest moments were with her sparrows, whom she fed longer with frivolous rebukes. In the evening, a change came over her. She did not pray. She collected the women of her neighborhood, got an old drum, and started to sing. For several hours, she thumbed the sagging skin of the dilapidated drum and sang of the homecoming of warriors. We had to persuade her to stop to avoid overstraining. That was the first time since I had known her that she did not pray. The next morning, she was taken ill. It was a mild fever, and the doctor told us that it would go. But my grandmother thought differently. She told us that her end was near. She said that since only a few hours before the close of the last chapter of her life, she had omitted to pray, she was not going to waste any more time talking to us. We will discuss and explain till here. As you read these paragraphs from page 120 and page 121, there are some words you need to understand, like rosary and clasped, frivolous, rebukes, sagging, dilapidated, persuade, omitted. Remember these words as you listen to my explanation in the group. I will tell you the meanings of these words and also explain to you the lesson. Listen carefully to the explanation and try to answer the questions that have been given, and keep it in mind the meanings of these words. Have a great day.